Well, now let's get to that ET exclusive story that we promised you. My colleague Ruchi Bhatia joining us with that. And here's the big story breaking only on ET now. After sending names of 12 companies, what we popularly call as a dirty dozen, to the NCLT in the first list, the central bank, that's the RBI, seems to be working on the next set of companies to initiate insolvency proceedings, as it's empowered to do so thanks to the NPA ordinance. Ruchi Bhatia joining us with that big exclusive story. Hi Ruchi, good afternoon. 50 names. Which are the ones that you know about? Which are the companies that we're going to see insolvency proceedings being initiated against?
So Nayantara, what we do know at this point of time is the fact that the RBI as well as the government are looking to tighten the noose on the top 50 defaulters. This has been in talks for a very long time, and remember, these 50 defaulters contribute almost 6 lakh crores in the entire banking system. The first list included 12 odd companies, as you've clearly pointed out, the dirty dozen, and we understand that the next list now is going to include another 30 to 40 more companies. Now, which will be the companies on the block? Now, we understand that these companies include like a whole host of sectors, from steel to power to commodities to infrastructure sector, where we have seen a lot of these companies defaulting in terms of their loan repayments. So as a part of the second list that the RBI may come out with, we understand that big companies like JSPL, Uttam Galva, Visa Steel, Castex Technology, remember Castex Technology is a subsidiary of Amtech Auto, and Videocon Industries may be named in this list. Why I'm saying may be named? Because the government and of course the RBI is still working on this list. The debt in all of these companies range between from 3,000 crore rupees to 50,000 crore rupees. If you look at JSPL, by itself, the debt in JSPL amounts to close to 46,000 crore rupees. The lenders for JSPL include big banks, big state-run banks like SBI, PNB, ICICI Bank, IDBI Bank. Apart from that, if you look at Videocon, again here, the debt is close to 46,000 crore rupees. For Uttam Galva, the debt is close to 5,000 crore rupees. So big companies with big debt that we are talking here. The government wants, and of course the RBI wants, to make sure that they have a lot of action is taken on these companies so that we see quicker resolution with respect to the NPA situation. They want to ensure the cycle in the economy turns, and which is exactly the reason why these top 50 companies are now in the dock.
Right. You said there are 30 to 40 names which are likely to be out in the second list, but by when can we expect the list to be out?
So we're expecting that, these 30 to 40 names may be out in the second list, which will be, put out by the RBI as early as September, is what we are learning at this point of time. Remember, many of these accounts are treated as special mention account 1 or SMA 2. So these are the categories where we mostly see that the repayment has not happened for almost 90 odd days. So it is important to note that in some cases the bankers are trying to ensure that some sort of an action is taken and some sort of a resolution can be seen by the time the RBI goes ahead and announces the next list. But what we do understand is that the work is at is of course at an advanced stage, and at this point of time both the RBI, the banks, they are looking at an early resolution, but these 4 to 5 companies are of course high on the radar of the central bank.
Okay, Ruchi. So just so that in case of the our viewers didn't hear the names, I'm just going to rattle them off again. These are big names that are being included in the second list for initiating action when it comes to insolvency proceedings, the likes of JSPL, Uttam Galva, Visa Steel, Castex Technology, Videocon Industries. I'm going to also ask my producer to show you the intraday stock charts, and we're doing so right now, of all of these companies, and you can see the stocks are reacting to the story that's breaking live right here on ET Now. Ruchi, I also want to understand what's the criteria right now, what's the size of defaults that the RBI is focusing on?
So, Nayantara, what we do understand is that both Finance Ministry and RBI are keeping a close watch. As I've already told you that, some of these accounts are SMA1, SMA2. They have seen loan repayment not happening for over 90 days in some of these accounts. And apart from the insolvency and bankruptcy proceedings, we are also seeing in cases like Videocon that the banks have already kick-started a forensic audit process. So, there are a whole host of things that are being looked into at this point of time. They may look at wide restructuring if some of these cases don't go in for IBC. Wide restructuring is possible, change of management is possible. So whole host of accounts, a whole host of things, options that can be looked into. In fact, we also reached out to many of these companies. While most of these companies refrained to answer to our queries, JSPL did say that as a company policy we do not respond to speculative queries, but one has to take into account that these companies for a very long time have been reporting high debt, and now, given the fact that the top 50 defaulters are very much on the radar of the government, the central bank, as well as various bankers, it seems highly likely that some of these names could figure in the second list as well.